You know, to kind of give you my faith story or my faith background, where it all started, you know, it's a big part of my career. You know, just to put it in a nutshell and to try to keep it halfway, not too long, you know, I struggled tremendously early in my career. I mean, I was at a point in my life where I needed to go left, which was to continue to fish, or go right, quit, go do something else, because I didn't have any money. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at Lake Seminole and I was in 95th place, I'm gonna guess, way down in the standings back in 2002. And I'll never forget, that was the night with Jay Ellis and Mark Davis and those guys at the Focus meeting that I committed. I just laid it all before God. I said, you know, Jesus, I need to know, hey, if I'm supposed to fish, I'd love to fish, but if I'm not, just let me know, and you know, I'll go whatever direction you want me to go. I really turned it all over to God that night. And I'll never forget, the next day, I had the biggest stringer of the tournament, and it came out of the most inconspicuous spot you'd ever imagine. I caught one 14-inch fish there in practice, and all night and all morning, God was hammering me to go fish this location down by the dam, and I'd been running way up the river, doing really good, let me tell you, I was in 95th place. So when I listened to God and I went to this spot, and it's as flat a bank as you can imagine. Nothing, no depression change, no nothing. And I was almost embarrassed to go up there and fish, because, you know, all this pretty structure was out there, were all these other anglers that I looked up to. And I went up there on the bank and went down that bank, and I had like I don't remember, but a 24, 25 pound stringer that day, moved all the way up to 16th place. So it really propelled my career. It let me know that God wanted me to fish. God wanted me to fish. He wanted me to be sitting here right now in this boat. He wanted me to be, you know, doing this video. So very thankful for that. Very humbled by it. You know, and what it all boils down to prior to that, and throughout, you know, there's all the time I can kind of get my priorities out of whack, you know, and God was telling me that night and throughout my whole life, keep Him first. Everything else is going to fall into place. And that really leads into probably one of the most powerful Bible verses for me, Proverbs 16:3. Commit your plans, your works to the Lord, and He will lay His path before you. That's kind of my words on it. If I was to read it exact, if I look that up right quick, I just want to be exact. I want to be right. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will be laid before you. So, or He will establish your plans, is actually what it says. So, you know, that's what I did that night, you know, and I've tried to do the rest of my life. But it's the most important thing, guys. I can get so wrapped up in trying to catch a bass or trying to make the classic, and really in the big scheme of things, it's not the most important. You know, it's Jesus Christ and what He did for us on the cross. And once you have that in your heart, man, there's no turning back. There's nothing you can't do, and that is what's most important.